Alright guys, welcome back to the video. I'll make this quick video. I'm going to compare the G70 and the Cadillac CT5 Sport. These two cars are very similar. I'm going to explain why in a little bit, but I'm going to just give you a walk around the car from the exterior. You can look side-by-side comparisons. I've been wanting to do a video like this, but I never got a time to. And today I have both cars available. Just real quick on the interior, I have reviewed both of these cars on my channel. I'm going to put a link in the video description or on the banner on the top right of the screen. So feel free to look at the video right now before you watch this video. So this video, I'm going to just compare these cars from how they drive, the build quality from the interior to the exterior, the both driving dynamics, what's different, what's the same, from the acceleration, handling, braking, and overall how this cars come together in a cohesive package as a compact luxury sports sedans. So this right here, the CT5 2020 Sport. This is rear-wheel drive, and the other side I have the Genesis G70, and that one is the 3.3 liter twin turbocharged V6. Unfortunately, this car does not have the V6 available today. This one also has the same V6 engine, but that was a 3 liter twin turbocharged V6 for this other variant of this car. But this is the one I have. This is the only unit I have with me available, courtesy of James Woods, and this is all they can provide. This is the 2 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder. The G70 also has a 4-cylinder as well. They make about the same power. I've driven the G70 4-cylinder before, and then I've driven this one for a while, driving here and around town. They drive similarly, but here's the difference. The interior is just nicer in my opinion. This has some flaws, the G70 has some flaws and pros, and this one has some pros. So let me explain. Starting with the interior right here of the Cadillac CT5 Sport. I love the carbon fiber, but if you look closer, you can see a camera focus. You can see it has this little red in the carbon fiber weave, and it's a gloss overall. It's just very, very nice. The materials, it's like metal right here for the door lever or door release. When you shut the door, has a very, very nice sound to it. This has much nicer materials. Leather feels very, very high end, and the steering wheel as well, it's all leather wrapped as well. Here are the similarities in these two cars. First of all is the interior technology. You know, they both have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. They have a nice display, but on the Cadillac, this has a bigger display. I can't remember what the size the horizontally, but it's a much more bigger display than we have in the G70. More on that car later. And then the instrument gauge cluster is similar layout in the G70. You know, different font and text obviously because of the Cadillac, but the that's the head sunroof. It's very loud and hot in here. Anyways. It says low fuel, but I like how there's similar design in the G70 as well. This is not virtual cockpit or quote-unquote virtual cockpit or LCD display. It just has LCD in the middle and 2 analogs on the side. That's pretty nice. Nothing too special right here. And also moving to steering wheel, leather wrap as well. The G70 has leather wrap steering wheel, but the difference is this one and this trim doesn't have the automatic telescoping and tilting. It's just manual. The G70 and the 3.3 liter spec'd out V6 has the automatic tilting steering wheel. So that's one plus of the G70 over there. It allows the head display up front. I don't know if you can see that. It's really bright out, but you can see the rev counter right there. Yep. This has a head display. The G70 has that same feature as well. This one doesn't have the smart mirror like the other variant had drove earlier in my video has. So I'm just nitpicking and splitting hairs here, but move along to center console. This is very nice as well. I like the leather combination with the carbon fiber, the shifter. Yes, the shifter and the Cadillac and the G70, they're both shift by wire. This is 8-speed automatic. It has an option to do a manual. So to activate the shifter, you push this button right here. On the G70, it's on the side, so it's kind of the same, you know, shift by wire, nothing special. More controls right here, another screwdriver, that's just randomly there. And then more storage right here underneath. Does this open up? Yes. And you have more storage right here, and your SD card either for your maps, and you guys know what you use that for. More storage cubby, you can take this out. And then hop in the back seat real quick. Like I said, much more nicer materials in the Cadillac over the G70 in my opinion. The leather just feels very, very, very soft. It's perforated right here. And also the combinations, guys, the two-tone color. The cream right here with the black and then the orange on the out exterior. It's not called orange, but it looks like orange to me. Anyways, moving on. It's just so much nicer in the Cadillac, you know. You get what you pay for. So I have plenty of legroom right here, as I would not have in a G70, because the G70, this is my driving position right here, guys. Don't forget that. I have not moved this seat since I drove this car here, and it's me back here in this car. As you can see, there's a cutout right here, which the G70 doesn't have, but I have much more legroom, but it's manageable. In the G70, my leg will be touching the seat. I'll be so cramped, but there's much more legroom in the back seat for adults. You can fit 4 people comfortably, full-grown adults. But people a child in the middle, like a small person in the middle, seats 5 people, but nothing wrong there. I like the dual sunroof design, you know. That's very clean. I like that in the Cadillac. Very, very luxurious feature. And the G70 is just one sunroof. You know, with they both have the same mechanism where, like, you know, they retract. It's not manually. I prefer if they were both manually adjustable, retractable, you know, as opposed to automatic, because this is flimsy. This could break in time, but you never know. You know, different owners, you know, have maintaining the car in different ways. But anyways, moving along. Now I want to hop on a G70 real quick. As you can see, the cutout is not as much as the Cadillac. I mean, yeah, I can fit my knees right here, but it's still a little too cramped. Just in the Cadillac, it's just a little much more room. It's just you do not understand that much more room that I have in the Cadillac. It makes its overall experience in the back seat very, very appealing and nice. Right here, you can spread your legs like this, but you can't fit 3 people back here, only 2 people. But in the Cadillac, the room is much more manageable for short to the medium duration of time, you know, doing a trip. And then right here, you have your heated controls with the seats right here in the G70. The Cadillac doesn't have that. But overall, guys, this is the interior of the G70. Both cars have vents back here, you know, net. Overall, the interior of the Cadillac takes the cake and the Genesis falls behind. Let's look at the trunk space real quick. So both cars have decent amount size of trunk space. They're about the same. It's not that large anyways. You know, let's go to the Cadillac real quick. As you can see in the Cadillac, the Genesis is slightly larger, but they're both rear-wheel drive. What would you expect? They rub space a little bit. This doesn't have the automatic trunk close, whatever you want to call it. It's manual. And the Genesis, see, maybe it has it in the upper trims for the V6, but you're paying this much money, you have everything, and you're paying this much money, about the same price. You know, you're gonna get a 4-cylinder engine. And here is the window sticker for the Cadillac, or the Caddy. You see right here, 2020 CT5 Sport, about $51,600. So that one, the G70 is $100 and some change, much more expensive than the Cadillac. But you get much nicer interior in the Cadillac than the G70. From the carbon fiber to the metal works overall. But the G70, you have all the technology and features, you know. Oh, if I forget, this one has massage seats. I forgot. This one has massage seats in the Cadillac, so that's a little, you know, it's honestly gonna depend on what you want, but let's go for a test drive right now and then see how this 2-car drives. I got 4-cylinder, got some power to it. Yeah, I can hear the induction noise. It doesn't feel like the sound is being fed through the speakers, which is pretty nice. But the Cadillac overall, guys, it's very comfortable, luxurious, even for the sport model. Besides being the 2-liter turbocharged engine, not the 6. All right, that corner there was pretty nice. The right kicked in, pulled out a little bit, felt the slip. Mind you, I have the stability control on, so they let me slide out there as I wanted to, but overall it was nice grip overall. Just going up with some bumps right here I normally drive to. I'm going at like decent speeds, like I'm not going slow. The thing, this soaks the bumps very nicely. I love the wheel designs, the wheels, overall the looks of this car. In the sport version, it's pretty nice. I think James Woods blacked out the went to like a third-party shop to like chrome out or black out the chrome on the wheels. It just looks better in my opinion. The black and orange, it's not orange, I'm gonna put a name right here for goodness sake, so you guys don't roast me in the comments. It's nice though. I like the way this car drives, very quiet, very luxurious. I have all the driving safety features on. The adaptive cruise, the radar, collision alert warning system is on. Right now it knows the car in front of me, which there is. I do like that a lot. The ride height, sitting position, it's comfortable. I have the massaging seat on right now. It's just so nice. Like, you don't get that in the G70, but right here you do get it. All right, let's play around with the drive mode. So you have 4 different driving modes. You have Mind mode, which is custom. A lot of cars are doing Mind mode, custom, or whatever you want to call it. Tour, Sport, Snow and Ice. Let's put this in Sport mode. Let's see how the get up and go power is from a standstill. At the stop sign, give it some beans. For 275 horsepower, it gets going, guys. It gets going. It's not too dramatic like a V6, naturally aspirated would, or a twin turbocharged V6 would, like a G70. But you can respect the power distant outputs in the Cadillac CT5 or 2020. I do wish I could drive the V6 today, but it's the only car they have right now. Well, they have all Model 1 CT5, but they are all in the 2-liter variants, not the V6, which I wanted to drive. Because the V6 has the twin turbocharged 3-liter. The G70 has 3.3-liter twin turbocharged. So there's some certain similarities. Both cars are all-wheel drive. I believe these ones come in the all-wheel drive variants too, as well as G70. And the 2-liter variant only has the automatic in the V6, not the has only automatic in V6, no manual on V6. That's one thing the G70 has over the Cadillac, is that the lesser model, lesser trim, and the G70 with 2-liter turbocharged engine inline 4 has a manual and automatic. So you guys can see where this is going, guys. Automatic, this car, I was thinking about the facts. I was just like, hanging out, like, wait, this cars have the similar engine, similar power, but this one, the G70, can get that elite version of the higher trim or top of the line trim for $51,000, 700 and some change. Well, right here is a 2-liter turbocharged engine just by itself, sitting around the same price point as the G70. So what gives, guys? I already gave my opinion. I already showed the interior, the exterior. If you want to watch more by full review, I'm gonna leave the link or the banner on the top left or top right of the screen. Go watch this video, full in-depth review. But this right now, I'm gonna hop into G70. So they're driving a G70 again, comparing that with a Cadillac. This one also has the heated and cooled, or heated and ventilated front seats for both passenger and driver. Again, the interior is just as you expect from a Genesis. Very nice materials here and there. This car, I like the interior, but Cadillac has it better. I said it already before. But the way this car drives is almost second to none. Yes, I'm not driving the Cadillac CT5 V6 version because that's gonna be much more faster. This car around corners feels much more composed and tighter. The Cadillac has a good platform, but G70 for 2020, or just the G70 in general, because it's Hyundai's first compact sports sedan. Compact, that's the word, because they have the G80 Sport, but this one just feels much more composed. I like the way this car looks. It's kind of harder right now because the Cadillac, I'm looking at the Cadillac right now, just the rear end, it's just so nice. The black tail lights with the, oh my god, it's just little icing on the cake too. The exterior is gonna be harder to decide, in my opinion. It's just all subjective, by the way, and biased. I'm biased with the Genesis, but the Cadillac, some angles just look so sharp. The only distinctive features I can look at the Cadillac over the Genesis is like the Cadillac has more lines, very sharp edges, typical Cadillac designs. From the daytime strip LED light that cuts from the bumpers to the headlights, and on the back, it has much more definitive lines, very sharp angular lines. However, in the Genesis, it's much more curvy, that finesse, very flamboyant looking. It's sexy. I love curvy lines, kind of like the Audi S5 or the RS5. You know how Audi has those curves with the hatchback? Those kind of curves, Genesis has here, like from the bumpers to the hood creases on the hood. The Cadillac as well has a hood crease on the hood, but it's just very angular. So it kind of depends on what floats your boat, so to speak, as a enthusiast or someone looking at the car like this. In the sport mode right now, the transmission is very quick on the downshift in the Genesis. I like that. Highway speeds, it's pretty good. Right now I'm cruising about the speed limit, and the rev limiter or the tachometer is on 2,500 RPM. That's in sport mode. Now let's go by the comfort, or let's go to eco actually. Let's see where it idles at. Still about 2,500. I'm surprised. I was expecting like around 2,000, mid 2000s, but you know what? Can't complain. Back to sport mode. But yeah, guys, this is amazing. Been able to compare it to two cars. Excuse me in advance if this video is kind of all over the place. It's my first time doing like a head-to-head, so to speak. I've always thought about cars like this, and this one just fits the bill. The check box. What I want to compare in both cars. The overall deciding factor is going to be your wallet and how deep your pockets are. $51,000. That's the price difference between these two cars. It's minimal. But for what you get, it's a huge gap. You get everything in G70. The only thing that Cadillac is missing is that twin turbocharged V6. That's all you're missing out. Everything else is good. If you don't mind the power, by all means, the Cadillac. But if you want the power and affordability, reliability, warranty in the Genesis, you get 5-year warranty. That's like 4-year warranty, bumper to bumper. The Genesis is your pick, guys. It's gonna be your pick. All right, guys, that's all I have time for today in this 2020 Genesis G70 versus the 2020 Cadillac CT5 review, or not review, just comparison video, head-to-head, so to speak, episode, driven intent. I do really appreciate the time for you guys to stay to the end. Hope you guys are practicing that social distancing and keeping safe. As always, thanks so much for your time. Subscribe if you've seen my channel for the first time. You want to see this handsome face every time. And as always, peace out and stay driven, guys.